Good evening, church family. So glad to see you here back on this Friday night. We are now right in the middle of Revelations. It's pretty thick, isn't it? There's a lot crazy going on. There's trumpets, vials, there's destruction, there's rejection, there's beasts and dragons, and that's where we find ourselves in chapter 13. Then I stood on the sand of the sea, and I saw a beast rising up out of the sea, having 7 heads and 10 horns, and on his horns 10 crowns, and on his head a blasphemous name. Now the beast which I saw was like a leopard. His feet were like the feet of a bear, and his mouth like the mouth of a lion. The dragon gave him his power, his throne, and great authority. And I saw one of his heads as if it had been mortally wounded, and his deadly wound was healed, and all the world marveled and followed the beast. So they worshipped the dragon who gave authority to the beast, and they worshipped the beast, saying, "Who is like the beast? Who is able to make war with him?" And he was given a mouth speaking great things and blasphemies, and he was given authority to continue for 42 months. Then he opened his mouth in blasphemy against God, to blaspheme his name, his tabernacle, and those who dwell in heaven. It was granted to him to make war with the saints and to overcome them. And authority was given him over every tribe, tongue, and nation. All who dwell on the earth will worship him, whose names have not been written in the book of life of the Lamb slain from the foundation of the world. If anyone has a ear, let him hear. He who leads into captivity shall go into captivity. He who kills with the sword must be killed with the sword. Here's the patience and the faith of the saints. Here we see a beast. Again, this is end times. This is in the future, not right now. But things are going to get ugly. They're going to get bad. Really, really bad. And in essence, God is going to give Satan, the dragon, the keys to the car. He is going to have his way with this world. Up until this point, especially after Jesus Christ rose victorious of the grave and triumphed over Satan, up until this point, Satan has been constrained, bound, restricted in what he can do, what God allows. But now, Satan is letting it all hang out. He knows his days are numbered, and he is on the prowl and attacking. What does this mean for you and me? What can we use to take this and encourage ourselves in it? One, most of us do believe that we are not here in this present moment. We don't see the church mentioned in the Revelations. But for those that are, there are saints. There will be an innumerable hosts saved, receiving Christ from all the messages that are online, from all the Bibles and Christian books that are scattered across the world. Multitudes upon multitudes will still come to Christ. So leave seed. Talk to people about Jesus. You don't need to go in some long, in-depth sermon, but make people aware of Christ so that they can see him in his present need. The world's going to get bad, and the world's going to be duped. The world's going to be tricked. They're all going to fall in line and serve the beast, ultimately to their destruction. But for the few that stand up and separate themselves and follow Christ, they'll be put to death, but they'll receive the martyr's crown and glory. Again, we're only halfway through Revelation. I'm excited to hear what Jake has to say about the rest of the book. It's a wow book. It's one of those you read and you sit there and you just ask yourself sometimes, what am I reading? This is powerful stuff. It's God's word, and we can receive edification from it. Thanks for watching. Catch us tomorrow night as we dive into Psalm 144.